Hey guys, what's up? Playing some more GeneRally today. Not for any particular reason. Well, that's actually a total lie. I made a track and I downloaded a bunch of tracks, and there was an update for this game, which hasn't happened in like 6 years or something like that. The update actually came out after the last recording. Wait, that's the opposite of what I meant to say. It came out before my last recording. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that backwards. But anywho, I just checked the website when I was looking for tracks and whatnot, and lo and behold, there's an update, and there's really nothing new about it. It just like fixed some bugs. So that's nice, I guess. As far as I can tell, the game is like the same, because I haven't really done anything to trigger those bugs in the past. So there is one bug, I guess. I run this game in a window to make it easier to record, because I like to be able to check OBS, and sometimes like if you tab in and out of a game, it gets fucky. So anyway, whenever I start the game, it kind of is lower than it should be. Like the window is like down in the toolbar for some reason. It's like super far down. So that pisses me off. You guys should fix that. I'm gonna complain, but I don't know. I don't know what this means for GeneRally 2, because that's a real thing that was gonna happen, and apparently it's not gonna happen now. So if they're fixing this game and not working on that game or not talking about it, then uh-oh. But anyway, this game, pretty good, so I'm going to play that instead. I don't actually have the demo for the other game. I could go find it, I can't be bothered. So okay, so first thing I'll show you, look at all this shit, is this new track, Aquip, which was, during its work in progress, was named Aquip Whip. Very accordingly. Actually, you can see it in here. It used to be one word, and then I changed it because I had 2 builds of it. So I just leave those in there because I want a place to place my tracks that I'm working on. And then we got, let's see, excuse me, got these jet tracks, which is like joint effort tree, and they're all pretty much like named after birds, and a lot of them suck. A lot of them are just variants of one track. Like some of them are like city tracks, some of them are like circuit tracks. So I think in total there's probably only like 5 or 6 actual different tracks. A lot of them are different. This is the same. This I have a bunch more shit in. This track's pretty good. We'll put that one on there. Glastonbury, as far as I remember, is pretty good. Herbal Ale is pretty good. This one I have not practiced at all. Jacques, I think, was fun. Ligri was fun. This one kinda was fun. Subway was fun. I think the updated version was better, though. I don't really remember. So I might skip some. I'm just kind of screwing around here. We'll lower this to like 3 minutes. I don't want it to be like super intense or anything like that. So anyway, this is this fucking track. Snow is actually a road type, but I use it as a background instead of like dirt or grass or whatever. And the trees you can't change the color of. You have to get a what should I call it? Like a texture pack to change, which I didn't do. I just said fuck it, put in the fir trees. They look piney enough. Put the snow on the ground. Good enough. So there are guardrails. They're a different color, I think, in this new patch. Either that or I accidentally deleted something, which I might have done. But anyway, there are guardrails. And then I was gonna make a river through this. I have a bunch of notes in the level, which I did not post on the forums because I'm an asshole. But yeah, that's it. So might as well just play it. Whatever. Fuck. Here we go. Shit, I wasn't ready for this. So there's a couple tricky little cheeky things you can do here, like up here. Oh shit, not here. Okay, that's bad. Okay, I'll just tell you instead. So the last corner right before the pit, I didn't put trees, and I did that on purpose because if you line the far end of the, how do I even say this? So the camera's oriented one way. If I put trees in the back, close to the track, it'll cover up most of the track. So I had to omit them, and I did that mainly for visibility. But there's a cheeky turn that I put in there. You can blast through the snow a little bit. It looks like it's full, but you can totally snake around it. But anyway, this is my little track. I think it turned out pretty nicely. I'm happy with like the uphill and downhill, and like you can actually launch off into the pits, turn around, launch it back up if you wanted to. But that's that. I fucked up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip the next one. So this is the beach track, which I like quite a bit, just because I guess you never really see shit like this. Like usually it's all deserty, but this one's the beach. It's nice. There's buildings and stuff. Wow, it's amazing. But they would never do this. They would never build a track like this. That's why it's cool though. This looks like something that I... Wait, where the fuck am I? Please. Sorry. It looks like something that I would make, just because it's not like super high quality or anything like that, but it looks a little more arcadey. That's always been kind of the point of tracks that I make, is to be arcadey. Like, I don't treat this game too seriously. I play it kind of like Super Sprint. You know, like these are formula cars, but you know, I skid them around corners, and you know, they do jumps and shit, and you know, you don't pit as often, or you pit way more often than you would in an actual Formula 1 race, you know. But oh fuck off. Okay, so I think I made a huge error. So upon a little more playing of the game, which I used to do a lot of last year, but I found out that fucking green is tires and yellow isn't, and I did that. I always thought it was the other way around, because I would stop in and at the pits, and I would always wait for the yellow to refill because I thought it was tires. I remember reading somewhere that was tires, and I was like, okay. So I kind of correlated too, like the amount of wear with like how the car controlled, but I was totally wrong the whole time, and I'm an idiot. And green is tires, which would make more sense, because in the last video I said, hey, wouldn't it make more sense if like the animations synced up with like the bar? And guess what? They do, for the most part, sync up. When the new tires get put on, that's when the green bar shoots up. You know, then the guy that's refueling the car, you know, it doesn't happen in one big leap. It happens gradually, because that's how fueling is a car, gradually, not all at once. So I'm actually stupid and a dum-dum and an idiot head and all that, and I'm sorry that I'm so stupid, that I'm just so stupid. So yeah, I've been wrong the whole time, and you'll have to forgive me for that, because frankly, that's just how it do. You know, there's nothing to say about it. Okay, so hopefully that was my last pit. It should be, because there's only oh my god, because there's only a few seconds left of the actual timer, and the 2-lap will start. So I should be able to just kind of finish this race. Let's see here, I'm on 11 of 12, so I should finish this lap, do one more, and then the race will be over, hopefully. Yep, okay, good. Haha, idiots have to hit. So right there, that passenger bridge, as it's called, sticks out onto the track, which I have hit a couple times. And then that last corner, not the last corner, but the very top left corner is kind of tricky because the concrete wall actually sticks out further than the little white paint on the ground. Damn, I smoked those guys. But, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. The AI line, not so great. That's okay though. Personally, I don't mind. You know, I'll take a victory any day. I don't know. I would never fix it. I'm just gonna leave it be. So this fucking track. Whew, man. What do we? I just remembered I hate this track. It was fun to play on single player. I think it's gonna be a little more challenging though, but it's alright. Let's fucking play it. Little fucking Glastonbury, eh? Yep, I hate this track because they pushed me off. For fuck's sake. I hate when they put tires! I want to be able to cut the corner. Like, look at this, rocks. That probably didn't even count as a fucking lap. I got stuck. Nice. Let's see. If it didn't count as a lap, I'm skipping it. It counted. Alright, I have to fucking play it now. Oh, shit. And there's only like 5 pits as well, so this is not so good. Maybe I can salvage this. Whoa, what the fuck? What was that shit? That was a passive aggressive move there. Do I have engine damage? Holy fuck! That rear, I was holding the brakes when I got rear-ended there. That was fucked up. Alright, get in there. What the fuck? Alright, I slammed that guy. Sorry, sir. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Luckily there's no limiter. Sometimes it's appropriate, I would say, to add a limiter, which is like, in real F1, I'll tell you this first before I say anything else. Real F1, there's a little button. Well, it's actually pretty big on the wheel or the controller. I don't know, it's not exactly the wheel. There's a shitload of buttons. There's one big button that's actually surrounded by a little like plastic guard, so you don't accidentally press it when you're out on the track, but. It says pit, and it does exactly what you think it does. It sends you right to the pit. No, it actually governs the motor and slows it down to the pit speed, which I forget how fast that is, but that's exactly what it does. It's like when you're entering the pits, you hit pit, so you don't fucking fly in there at max speed. So in some cases, it's good. I think it could. This map could benefit from it because the pit entry is a little tight here. Like I can do it. Holy shit! Fucking clap. It's a little tight. Whatever. Shit, did that guy leave before he had all his fuel? What the fuck was that? Oh, he got all his fuel. Huh. But I could see how you could fuck it up. So I think it would be nice. And the thing is that it doesn't really detract from the race. It can if you pit multiple times, but at the same time, not as much as you think. I would just say fucking put it in if you feel it's appropriate. Tight pits, put it in. Big ol' open pits, fuck it, just blast in, who cares. Oh my god, do I really have to enter the pit already? I just fucking was in there. Guys, come on, what the hell? Are you serious? Holy fuck. I guess my strat here of tight corners is actually paying off. Really good, they actually came to me and something triggered it. Oh, what the fuck? Didn't even notice. Alright, we lost it. We might get bit. Hold on. Not over yet. Don't count on it. But there might just be a sick mover right here. Oh fuck. Shit, okay, I got a hot lap there, so that's cool. Herbal Ills. Alright, this one I need to take a look at. This is another one of those tracks. Could definitely benefit from a rev limiter. I think there might be one. Okay, I need to understand this track. Is there anywhere that I need to be careful of? Like any walls? Yes, I remember this fucking bullshit. Okay, so in the little info window in the middle, if you look towards the bottom right, there's like a lone cone, and if you blast through it on the grass, you lose a lap. It's bullshit! And it's really easy to hit that bridge too, the concrete on the bridge, so... Yikers! You fucking asshole! Look at this. Smoking too. Smoke ass. Who says that? I had this friend in real life who would say that. Oh nice. Get stuck on the ground. Tires please. Alright, nice. See what I mean though? Look at this. Okay, big old fucking drift there. Kinda sucks. Alright, anyway, I don't have to deal with the fucks anymore, so it should actually be kind of smooth. Shit, I might have to deal with this asshole. You fucking idiot! Look at that! I'm trying to reverse, I got stuck on the fucking cone! Oh my god. I can't take this! I'm so stupid. I hate cones because they're so small and they're bouncy. Like a soft wall would be better. I keep doing it, man. I keep doing it. But you can't really put one. Maybe a hay bale. That'd be better. Kind of like brush into the hay bales as they're bigger, the whole car hits it. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting such a fucking skid. Holy shit, holy. Oops, sorry about that, sir. Alright, I think I lost this one. That's okay, I'm not playing for points here, I'm just kind of demoing these tracks for 3 minutes plus 2 laps at a time. Apparently I cut the hottest lap though, so I'm pretty proud of that. Let's do another one. Oh my god. My eyebrows like been vibrating for days on it. It's bothering me. I think I just need to drink a lot of water. One of my friends today, they're like, maybe it's your true form trying to emerge in demon form. I was like, don't get your hopes up. So that little snake down there is set up pretty well, so like if you fuck it up you don't destroy everything in your path. And by that I mean you don't get fucked in the ass for driving like shit, which is good for me, obviously. Yeah, I skipped out on fuel. I'm probably gonna have to pit again anyway. Please let that count. But I don't know why did I just move too fast. It's so fast. That's just big. Well, I should have just fueled! Because that's the only reason I'm going back into the pit. Maybe I'll just stop momentarily for gas. Fuck out of it. I'll look at the tires actually. I didn't know who that ding was for at first. I was like, is that seriously me? Yeah, far behind. I totally found myself a couple of times. Man, I didn't even show my own track. Kind of embarrassing. What the fuck is this, kitty? That's freaking Zam, I swear, every time. I told her we'd play Orange Juice later. Yeah, he smoked me. Damn. Got the lap, alright. Shockley. This one is pretty nuts. For some reason it reminds me of Glen Helen, which is a motorcycle track. I can see why though. Kind of. Alright. I don't even see myself on the screen. Ooh, please. That guy got fucked in the ass. Sorry about that, but god dang. Does the AI seriously tell him to just go straight fucking through that thing? Oh, I hate this part. I was not a fan of that right there. Luckily I can have this route carved for me. It's pretty nice. I don't have to do anything here for myself. I can just kind of follow the skids. But I don't think they're exactly optimal. So it's already good. Stupid. Guys, dumb. Oh shit. I saw that guy and I was like, oh dude, nice, go that way. Oh shit, I just took over the hill. Where am I? Oh my god! Are you serious? I just got pushed over the cones! Oh my gosh, thanks! Games? Fucking games? Got fucked in the ass by games. Thanks, games. I recall this one being extreme with an X. Extremely close. Like, you run out of fuel right as you get in. Why am I so dumb? Yeah, there it is. Oh, there is a rev limiter. Okay. I thought I ran out of gas. Why do I already need to F? Yeah. Oh, it's because I passed my mark. That's why. Fucking lied to me, dude. How dare this game? Not a big fan of that tunnel. It's kind of hard to tell, like, when to turn. That's what I mean, though. Like, on my track with the trees, I tried to make that a little more accessible to where you could tell. I'm just gonna let this guy get fucking gas, honestly. Fuck off. I'll take my 1 point, thank you very much. Maybe 2 points if I did it flat. What? Did I just get caught on? This guy's so cucked. It's sad. It saddens me. So this is a big ass track, like, you can get away with, what am I saying here? You can only get away with like 6 laps. 3 minutes. At first I thought it was 5 minutes, I was like, holy shit, but it's not that big. Very, very good use of space, in my opinion. There's a lot of tracks that, like, they think they're too cool. What the fuck is that? There's like a lot of scenery. Like, in my personal opinion, a little too much scenery. sue me, Shell. Please, free sponsorship, free advertising for you guys with the Shell logo there. Shell fucked me in the ass one time. They had this, like, what was it? Fucking idiots. They had, was it a Valvoline or some shit like that? I forget. Or no, it was a Castrol. That's what it was, because I put Castrol in the Tundra. Sponsored by Castrol and Toyota. Yeah, so they got this big ass billboard down the street that says $30 oil change. It's our 20th anniversary. What the fuck? Oh, this guy is a complete lab. Let me smash first here in the pits. Do I speed up when I hit the? No, I don't. Wait, yes I do. Holy shit! I actually speed up. Okay, this race won't end until I save this guy. So I'm gonna go save this guy real quick. See if I can do this properly here. He's trying to get to his next point. Let's see. I wonder if I could. Oh. Okay, no, he's stuck. That didn't work, I guess. Okay, so anyway, head into fucking Castrol, and I'm like, alright boys, 6 quarts of 1040 and 1 filter, whatever the fuck fits on this thing. I don't use Castrol. I use Fram filters. Now let me red pill you guys on Fram real quick, because there's a lot of people out there that say, dude, what the fuck? Like, Fram's such shit. It's cardboard. Don't use Fram. Fram isn't a real filter. Your car. There's people that claim that they have broken multiple engines on Fram filters. If you break one engine and you can attribute it to the fucking filter, why do you put it on again, idiot? That's bullshit. Debunked! Okay, so anyway, here's the scoop. The Gucci shit Fram filters, that good stuff. Oh god, I got it. The good Fram filters, the ones that you gotta pay primo for, those filters will last you. The shitty orange ones that say 5,000 miles, guess what? You gotta change them at 5,000 miles, you fucking idiots. For some reason, people have this weird misconception where they think that they can go over the limit with things. Now, here's the thing: you totally can. Okay, it's not fake news. It's not, you know, like a scam from mechanics or anything. You can do that, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't do that. Your fucking sorry, I almost said dealership. Your manufacturer made your car, and they have tested your car a billion times, and they know how your car is built and what works with it and what you need to do to make your car happy. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, they are totally 100% all the time. I'm sure you could find some instance of some car somewhere where the manufacturer like fucks some people over with false information. I'm not doubting it, but that doesn't happen every day. You're not going to find, you know, a case every single time from like every single manufacturer ever that has these problems. So don't come crying to me about, oh, you don't actually, or you have to change it every 3,000, but the manual says 5,000. And this and that, and you have to do the, no, here's the scoop. 99% of the time, your manual is correct. I would say 99.5% of the time, your manual is going to be correct. So, just do what you're supposed to do. If the car says change it 5,000, change it 5,000. Don't try to squeeze it out. Don't try to, you know, say, oh, they're just ripping me off, making you change your oil. That's what my dad says. And, you know, he's a wise guy and everything. And he knows that he can push it, but he knows that he's paying a bit of a price. He can't Like, he's not expecting that car to live forever, which is exactly why he's fucking giving it to me, is because he's gonna break it and let me fix it. But, anyway, follow the rules. Just do what they tell you to do. Just replace the oil when it needs to be replaced. Replace the filter when it needs to be replaced. Also, when you're buying aftermarket shit like that, when you're buying Fram, you know, because you can, like, for instance with Honda, you can, what the fuck? Huh, what? We all fell for it? With Honda, you can buy a genuine Honda filter. You know, oh yeah, you can do it, and you can get it for your car, and it will work, and it'll be great, and they will tell you how long it's going to be good for. Or you can get your aftermarket, you know, shit can, basically, and it'll do what it says it'll do, for the most part. Fram's 5,000 orange piece of shit, you're only going to get 5,000 miles off of it. Stop trying to get 8,000 miles out of it. Use it when it needs to be used. Stop fucking around with that short, cheap shit. Short change, cheap bullshit. You know, I can make it last. How about, what if you just didn't do that? Did you ever think that? What if you just, like, did what the manual tells you to do? And then you're fine. Free win for me, Bulls. I'm taking this one. I'm gonna get one more lap, and then I'm gonna screw around. Idiots. Holy shit, this track's really designed. I wonder, I'm gonna do a little experiment. I'm gonna see if gas is expended while idle. I think no. Okay, I got another lap. Now I'm gonna fuel, and then I'm gonna do my little experiment. I didn't know about this fucking drop-off right here. That sucks ass, dude. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I use. I use Count Framula, and they're fine. Guess what? Tundra, what the fuck? Tundra still fucking runs. No problemo, boys. Can I just... How did I bypass the limiter there? Who fucking wheels this? Okay, let me go out this way then. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just maintain your car. There you go. That's all I'm gonna say. But okay, anyway, you know, I was to finish my original story. Now, I was at Castrol. Give me your shit. Give me that Gucci shit, boys. Do what you do. And they said okay. And then they're like, we don't have 1040. Can you go get it for us? Yes, I can. I go, I get the oil, that's still going to be $30. Fuck off, guys. It was like a $60 oil change, so from that point on, I was like, fuck that shit. And I just decided, never again. Alright. It doesn't look like you expend fuel. Thanks for my impression. Yeah, so that was at a Shell. That's what I had to do with it. Shell and Castrol were right next to each other. I'm pretty sure probably had some dealio there to where Shell owned it, or they were partners in crime. They know what they're fucking doing. Also not kidding. Wait, what? I have one more? Are you serious? I should have pit. I'm gonna run out of fuel around this corner. Oh my god. Alright. Tires are on. Last lap. Don't need all the fuel, just need the tires, and we're off. What was that rant there? That was like a lot of redundancy, I think. These guys are fucked. Alright, let's see, what else? Forget what I was saying. Whatever. Are these lights or are they telephone poles over on the right? Do you see the concrete barrier by the trees? What's going on there? What's going on here? Okay, good. Fucking finally that's over. Oh, it's over? We won? Okay. Can I just clear? Wait, what the fuck? Delete tracks. No. This is delete folder? I clicked all tracks. Oh, race loop for some reason was fucking selected. Okay, let's see. Now there's these fucking tracks, which I'm just gonna demo on my own. I'll just do a single jingle here, as they call it. I think Dove B, Hazel, Kestrel Out is good, Pigeon's good, and then I'll just tack that on for funsies. Okay, so see what I mean? Like you're gonna see this design like multiple times if you were to play the whole pack. I think I have like 3 different. Wait, what the fuck? Did I set myself to 3 minutes? Hold the fuck that shit. Put it on like 1 minute. Yeah, I have 3 different jet packs, as they're called. Oh, for fuck's sake. The joint effort trees. Alright, fuck that, I'm not going to play that. So, I don't know, maybe I just threw them all in a folder together. I didn't really check them out beforehand, say, okay, this one belongs to this one belongs to this. I was just like, whatever, here we go. So, it could be that, you know, like pack 2 had, you know, this variation, pack 3 had this one. You know, maybe they all didn't come together, but I don't really care. So, I like these city tracks, but usually they're just a little bit too tight for me. I love the look of them. Like they super remind me of Seaside Street Galaxy, which is the expert track from Daytona, USA. If you're curious, and if you didn't know that, what am I talking about? Yeah, that's what it is, though. And that's basically a city, you know, like first you start on like a 2-lane, well really it'd be like a 4-lane, but a highway, and you know, you drive the roads of it, and you don't just drive one big closed course. It's like you have to take the right street. You have to, I mean, it is linear, of course. The game has it laid out for you, but the way that the stage is designed is it makes it look like you're taking side streets, and certain streets are closed, and you know, you have to do some like crazy merging and stuff like that. It's awesome. Alright. So this stage, this is Hazel, I think, and Holly is the exact same stage, except there's like dirt right here or something like that. I forget. There's just like an extra hazard for whatever reason. Nice. Apparently the tightest shit ever, which is weird because I totally didn't do that optimally. If I practice these stages enough, of course I'll be able to smoke my lap times. But okay, now I can go down here. I keep tricking my I try to say cranium and brain at the same time. Okay, I think time's up, so I'm just gonna leave it here. Oh shit, alright, I'm kidding. Yeah, if I practiced hard enough, of course, you know, I could get super good at these, but I don't know. These type of tracks, these, I don't know what you'd call them. They feel a little more serious. They kind of aim for realism, and of course they're cool. I'm playing it right now. It's fun. But like I said earlier, I kind of prefer the more arcadey tracks, and even some of the tracks in like the World Tour folder are arcadey. Like the one that I play, Indonesia, it's real, but it doesn't aim for hyper real. There's not a bunch of like shit. There's no like parking lot. There are stands. There is kind of like a side street. It's not as detailed. I guess that's what I'm saying. It's not as like ultra real. Okay, so this is Kestrel out. Maybe I'll talk about what I was just saying earlier. Maybe. But same map, but now you do something different, and you go on the outside, which I like because it's a lot faster. Okay, so anyway, with these city maps, oh, okay, I'm gonna go back to that. Actually, I think that's a rule violation right there. Okay, sorry, I get fucked up on reverse controls. Like, okay, for instance, around this corner, there's a light post. Don't fucking hit it. You know, it's not that hard to not hit it, but at the same time, don't hit it. But it's easy to hit it because the way that you carve the corner, that guy's dead. The way that you carve the corner, it makes it a lot easier to hit it. And the thing too with it being in a corner is that your wheels are subject to wear, and that affects your performance. And you might enter a turn incorrectly because you were expecting it to operate a different way. You know, so that in that sense, I'm not a fan. Of course, yeah, there's lights in cities. There's street lamps. Who would have thought? You know, it's not that crazy of a concept, but I think things like that could probably be omitted. You know, like I'll use my track as an example of this. And this is my personal philosophy, which I applied to my own track, so of course I'm going to use my own track as an example of this. So I went through, first I made the track, you know, drew it really fast, had an idea for what I wanted, and kind of just went for it. So after that, I decided, okay, what kind of track do I want it to be in terms of aesthetic? And I said, okay, I want it to be snowy and I want it to be forested. This is a different city, as I'm sure you can tell, because it looks different. Why do I laugh, boys? It's not funny. So trees everywhere. Okay, scatter some trees. Don't spend too much time thinking about it. You know, it's not that critical. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, where do I want to put other props? You know, this and that. And the thing is that, you know, as meaningless as the trees might seem, they are a barrier for the track. You know, they make. In my track's case, they make it so you can't skip through through a gap in them. And of course, you know, the checkpoints are the ultimate authority on that. You know, you place them, they're invisible. You must drive through them and place them accordingly to where you think your drivers are going to be on the track, what you want to be legal and an illegal area through a turn, which I've demonstrated multiple times. But holy fuck, this one's tight. I remember this. Let me pause for just an instant. This would be a great spot for a rev limiter, but they didn't put one in. So, shit like that happens. Alright. Rub my fucking nose a little bit, sorry about that. So, yeah, the trees, unless you put up like a concrete wall, a soft barrier, whatever, unless something is in the way of those trees, your car has the potential to be in those trees. And I mean, sometimes you can even jump a barrier on accident, or like a cone or a rock or whatever. So you need to be mindful of the outer edge of the trees, because if someone drives into the forest and they start fucking themselves and start slamming into trunks, that's their fault for continuing into the forest. How about you just don't go in there? Stop trying to screw around, and then you won't have this problem. Unless there's a shortcut through the trees, which then you need to be responsible for, implementing properly, blah blah blah. So, anyway, what I did is I went back and I tweaked some of the trees around corners. I play tested the map a little bit, and I found that, okay, this corner, you think you can snake around it because there's a little bit of an opening where there's snow around the corner. I suppose I should just go back and show it. Maybe I will if I remember to do it here. But so anyway, I was unhappy with one thing, and I went back and I changed it, and I play tested it again. I found out that it didn't really do anything, or the change that I had made created a different problem, so I'd go back, change that problem, and then test it again, and then see how that felt. And if it felt good, I wouldn't just say, okay, good, done. I would keep cutting laps and say, like, okay, is this fun to do multiple times? Like, if I have a rolling start here, a roaring start, like, I'll use this as an example. So the first corner, it's pretty, I wouldn't call it low speed, but you're not going as fast as you can. You're not on the gas, maxed out in the very first corner. You just started. You can't. Oh wait, I need to pit. So the turn that you make after that is going to be different, because now you're at a higher speed. After your first lap, you're coming in hot. So that will affect how the corner works. So I have to test that too. I have to cut a couple laps at full speed and try taking the corner differently. If one person doesn't play exactly like me, are they going to be able to find a good route around this? And then a similar thing, you have to test the AI a lot. I redrew the line twice on that map, and hopefully that was legal. But anyway, I redrew it twice and tweaked it probably 20 times, like minor tweaks here and there, deleting large segments, coming back, checking if it's good, how does the AI act here. So that's another thing, like, how will the AI act well with other playstyles? If someone wants to take a turn like this, will they be ahead? Do I have the AI set to be too good around one corner and then sloppy around another corner? Where can people pass? Where is it possible to make this happen? Where can this? So it's not just about like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna put this here and put this here. Sometimes you can do that and pull it off, and it's terrific, but not in my brain. So that is just kind of the example that jumps out at me since I just did it. So go ahead and fire it up here. I'm not looking for times or anything. I just want to show you a little bit of what I mean. So first example would be right here. So I'm going to show you. Oh, okay, that's pretty fast, right? But it's not as fast as it can be. That was right off the starting line. It's not that fast. So, whoop-de-doo. Man, bad control. Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry. Okay, so here we are, right around that turn. So you watched. Because I'm not at full speed, I want to take the inside line. That would definitely be the fastest way around that corner. Sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes you're fighting for a position. You can't. So, what I did is I cut back on the trees a little bit. I could have trees that are sticking out over the track because the actual trunk that you hit is not that big, but it's still there. So I'll give you an example. So right here, I can drive through this. I mean, be able to jump it, or have speed to jump it. Let's see if we can do it. Hell yeah, okay. So there you go, ease peas, right? I thought I was going to say ease clap, but you're wrong. So the actual trunk is like probably like right to the left of my front wheel. Here, my front left wheel. No, maybe not. I tapped it. But the trunk isn't that big. So anyway, what I did is I allowed for a little bit of room here, to where like if you had to, you could get pushed into the snow and, you know, hopefully not start bumping into things, because this snow is awful. For some reason the property, the road property, makes the car just start, you know, spinning, and there's no traction. You're at full rev. Let's see if I can make it happen here. Make the sound just to give you an example. See, it's not nice. Okay, so I did that on purpose. I want someone to be able to snake through there. I want them to be able to like pass a computer, or vice versa. You know, there needs to be room for competition. Now look at this. There's a nice big road out here. You can use this for competition. And then let's just say you can follow that outside line and then cut it close here, really tight. Now here's the thing that I was talking about earlier. So due to the way that the camera is positioned, these trees look like they're way out on the track, but the track is actually it is a consistent size. It doesn't change, kind of, except for where the pits are. Like the yellow line isn't perfect. I eyeballed it, but you know what I mean. The majority of the racetrack is the same size, and originally I drew where the yellow was. It was just a big straight line, and then I added the pit later. But that's not the point here. Point is the trees are sticking out, and it makes it look like you can't go through there, but you totally can. And there's even a little bit of snow room here. You can see it come off the back tires. Well, can you? Actually, I don't know. I thought I was just able to see it. Let's see. No, I guess not. But anyway, look at that. It totally doesn't look like you can go, but you can, and I did that deliberately. So you kind of have to know that, you know, you have to experiment, but I feel like at some point or another that will be forced. You'll be fighting with the AI or with a player or whatever, or your ghost. Well, not your ghost, because there's no collision with the ghost, but you'll be worried about a collision, and you'll go through there, and then you'll say, oh, I can do that. Kind of the same thing here, except you can easily see this one. It's not great to do, especially with this like sharp cut here. Like, hold on, right where I have the car, there's like a sharp inner corner. I didn't do that on purpose, but it kind of worked out in my favor. The way that the track is, I guess, it allows you to get back on the actual like road faster because of that thing, if you do go through the snow. But still, like I said earlier, it's not good to go through the snow. You're going to be skidding, so it's better to try to just take the inside. But if you need to, you can easily, you know, go right on through, and then if you had to, take this outside line to gain your speed up the hill. Good stuff. Alright, so another thing I did is right here, not trees, you can see the snow really well. And originally I had a guardrail kind of where the car is. There's one right here, right where I am now. I was hitting it. But right here, I had one originally, deleted it, because it's way too easy to hit it. So look at that. Oh, that I hit it. But you can do it. You can make it through there, which is good. That's the point. Same thing over here. You know, I could run this guardrail right to the edge, have another one that's vertical, have another one, you know, that it shapes a little bit better, but instead I said, nah, I'll just have, you know, a nice cut here, so if you want to, you can snake it. It's kind of hard, you can still hit it, but it's doable. So, guardrails here as well. I just put those because it's on like a hill. I thought it looked nice, like, for theming. but there aren't as many trees in the back. I put a bunch in the front to make it look forested, but in the back there's not. I think there's only like 2 layers of trees, 3 layers of trees here, and that's just for road visibility. If I had put more, you wouldn't be able to see the car. I'd have to be like way up here to see anything. So I did that on purpose so you could see. Same thing in the very back. The trees are a little more staggered. You know, they're not right up close on each other, but I did it so you can see. Thank you. You're welcome. I know you're saying thank you very much. Okay, same thing here with the guardrails. You can cut right through there if you need to. It's a little risky. You can do it. The bridge is a little more pushed towards the camera, just a bit. But I put these soft barriers here, so if you were to hit those, you would just hit the little ramp here on the bridge, you know, and hopefully you wouldn't go flying. I did that earlier because I'm stupid. But it's about right. And I think the way that this turn is taken, there's pretty much no way that you would ever hit this one down here. So, because it's kind of out of your visibility anyway. You know it's there, because it's a bridge, there's water, and there's a passenger, or a person bridge, or spectator bridge, or whatever, in the back, so it kind of gives you an idea, okay, there's a bridge here, and you can tell, actually, tarmac colors are different, whatever, blah, 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 everyone knows that, so. So anyway, these are just for looks, really, back here. Got some hedges back there, it's like a bunch of really small hedges linked together that I made to look like a wall. Okay, so here's, I think this was like a big example I was citing earlier. So, the bridge ends, and then you can dive right into the snow, and I actually made a nice arc here to where you're basically not gonna hit a tree unless you drive right into the forest. So, as you can see there, you got tons of room to blast through that. And the AI doesn't take that. If you look at the map in the editor, you can see I have them take the corner pretty hot. They skid around it for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because they're only like 75 AI or something. But yeah, they cut the road corner, but you can cut the snow, and you can use that strategically and blast in here, right into the pit, if you needed to. Because I like to do those sideways pit entries where I come skidding in and then just hit the brakes, and it's awesome, and it's fast and efficient and this and that. So another thing, the road kind of turns into like ass cheeks right here, as you can see. They're like 2 bubbles. I deliberately did not make the barrier here, you know, jut out into the track or make it angular. I wanted it to be so if for some reason you're out here, you're not going to have a problem here, hit the barrier and be like, oh shit. I made it so it's easy to get into the pit. Now at the end of the pit, if you get this guy, you know, you're the last one in line and you're forced to go over here. I don't really see the purpose of cutting through here. The pit line for the AI, I think, starts about here and goes in like this or something like that, so you'll kind of be on the same route as them if you get that pit, but there's really no reason to be at that part of the track anyway, so I just said whatever and put it in. It was because that was kind of tricky to do with those 3 soft barriers to make it like fit per se, because I also wanted to do this. I put the I knew I wanted water like in one of the corners, so I put water down there, and I kind of wanted it to be like a frozen lake, but whatever. So I have this here so you can go out on the dock just for funsies. Like if you finish the race, you can do it. So I had to position these barriers well. I had to make sure people weren't there, but I put a tree there so it kind of looks like it's covered and you can't do it, but you can. So, and then fun fact right here to the or on the nose of the car, this is actually a bit of a hill. I made a slope. Initially it was flat. I was using like the smooth texture or the smooth tool, and it kind of created like a really tiny like incline, like a runoff that you see in a desert. I forget what they call those things, but I made it a little more like a hill. But you would never know that without looking at like an HMap editor, or without looking at the you know, the lighter tint on the map editor. So anyway, yeah, I tried to design the track. Like I picked the track shape at random because I knew I wanted something with turns. I wanted some straights. I wanted something arcadey, you know, like I said. This is pretty good. Originally, I thought about putting a shortcut here, and I created one on accident here, I think, but I didn't do it because that would be lame-o zamo. So I just put the barriers up, said whatever. You have to race the track. I don't know, like, it was cool in Super Sprint because it was like, oh wow, you can actually jump the wall here, that's so cool. But in this game, yeah, like, you're the designer, you're the developer now, you make the track, so it's not that cool. It was cool when they did it. Who made that fucking game? Was that Midway? I forget. But you could do it, and it was like, oh shit. But now you make it happen, and it's like, ah, yeah. Like, nice, a shortcut, that's nice. Now you win for free, you know, instead of having it be a novelty. So, so I just said, fucking put the guardrail up, and I put it pretty close to the edge as well. You should never come in contact with them. Maybe here. I think I have actually scraped up here on the guard wall, like I've touched it and been like, oh my gosh. But you know, you're not gonna hit it. It's not gonna happen. So, one last thing is this. This was on purpose. Originally there were more cones. I think there's only 5, maybe 4 or 5. I don't really know how many there are here, but I wanted you to be able to hit the pits and then turn around and get right back up on the track. Just like that, if you needed to. I don't ever see that being a time saver, but like, let's just say you have super engine damage, just get in there, get in the pit, blast back out, get back up on the track. You know, it's kind of tricky because of the angle here, and you kind of have to do it there, because if you do it like, oh shit, don't end the race. If you do it here, you're on the wrong side of the track now, and if you do it in the middle, you'll fly into the trees. Hold on, let's see if I can actually do that. Pull it. Oh, hit the fucking cone. Oh my gosh. Okay, I keep getting tricked by the goofy. Okay, let me just do a donut then. Yeah. Well, I mean, you'll hit the tree. You won't go in the forest. So I guess that works out. But anyway, yeah, all 9 cones or however many I had, it proved to be like too obstructive, so I put 4. I said, okay, looks good enough, whatever, you can move them, they're not the stupid red cones, they're the blue ones you can move. Great, blast it, you're good, you can get back up there, you're done. So, that's kind of the philosophy that I had going. What the hell? What is that, like orange dot? Yeah, okay, that's it. Anyway, I don't really have anything to say past that. So, there's a little demo on my design philosophies and maybe some things that you could incorporate into your tracks. I highly doubt anyone from the community is watching this shit, because I don't post this in the. I'm not going to post this in the forums, and I don't talk to anyone that plays this game, and I don't think I'm ever going to. Maybe Zam will download it, and I think he might have an interest in it, but because he wants a Roadster for the Game Boy, and he said it plays kind of like GeneRally, and I was like, how the fuck does he know that? But he probably watched my video. So also, Roadster doesn't play like that at all. I said, Zam, it plays like Moto Rotor for the fucking PC engine, you idiot. But he wasn't having that shit. He doesn't know what that is. Then he tried to tell me that like Roadster had a better waifu than Moto Rotor, so I was like, okay. And I posted some Moto Rotor 2 waifus, and he's like, 2 anime, and I was like, you're pleb. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. There's this chart I saw one time of like different generations, different decades of anime, and like the 90s one was like super over exaggerated, like kawaii cat shit, you know, Nico shit. And yeah, I mean, I don't think you can necessarily attribute the whole decade to that. And I think that, like, especially in the late '90s and in the 2000s, like, there were a lot of derpy looking characters, not from like professionals, but like when the dweebs started figuring out that the anime was cools, you know, they would draw the eyes really far apart, and you know, like the face would kind of be weird looking, and there's a charm in that. I like that personally. I enjoy it, and if you don't, you're an idiot. So there you go. There's a fact for you. I'm sorry. You're entitled to your own opinion, but just know that you're wrong. So, anywho, yeah, I'm a fan of it. Zam can get bent, and he can get double bent because he's going to sell his Jeep, which I told him not to. He's going to betray the Jeep. He's going to be a full-time Miata driver, and now he's looking at buying some $800 like spray-painted Honda. They spray-painted right over the rust. You can see it on the rear wheel well, because Hondas have trouble back there with rust. But yeah, they painted right over it, and Zam's like, dude, I'm gonna get this Civic. Check this out. I was like, Zam, like, that's actually a pretty good deal. I think you might want to get that. Because it's not a bad deal. Actually, the car is in pretty good shape. He had the seller took multiple pictures of it. He had a picture of like a Kawasaki like street bike, not a new crotch rocket, but like an old, probably like 150. I don't know if they made those, but it was like a bigger bike, and it was in really good shape, probably out of the 70s. Really good shape, and that's a sign. You can tell, like, if someone does take care of something like that, then they're probably going to take care of their other vehicles as well. Or if they have an interest in that type of thing, then they're probably more likely to have the boomer mentality, where, you know, like, fixing your car is cool and keeping it in shape and stuff like that. Not to say that's an exclusive to boomers, but such as it goes, you know. So I said, yeah, consider it. But anyway, fuck Zam, because he's gonna sell it for the Miata. He's a jabroni. Says he's gonna sell it and pay back student loans and pay off the Miata. Fuck you, Zambi. Oh my god. Alright, anyway, that's about it. Sorry about the little rant there at the end. I'm gonna probably go play some orange juice with Kitty now. If she's up for it, so hopefully you enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. Actually, I had some fun there. So, yep, that's it. Alright, see you later. Thanks for watching.